To Jack Hackman Field, and let's see, this would be Wisconsin Baseball Association contest, the WBA, as the Eau Claire Cavaliers coming in with an overall record of 15-6, and they are 11-4, and they play in the Chippewa River Baseball League. And they'll be taking on the Chaparrals today, who coming into this contest are 4-6 overall, 3-3 in the Dairyland League. We do have a few sprinkles coming down. There is no lightning in the area here right now, but I know later on tonight they are talking big heavy rains coming in, and hopefully we can get at least 5 innings in so it can be considered a complete ball game here, as the Cavaliers making that trip over from Eau Claire, as they play their home games in Carson Park over there, the same park that the Eau Claire Express, coached by Dale Varsho, over there at Eau Claire. And we'll give you the starting lineups for the Eau Claire Cavaliers. And our lineups are brought to you by Shoot a Funeral Home. Shoot a Funeral Home Services in Stevens Point and Plover is here to help you with all your funeral needs with 2 convenient locations and a personal local touch. Let their experienced staff serve your family. Learn more at shootafuneral.com. That's shootafuneral.com. Leading off for the Cavaliers and playing center field, Ryan Hull. Batting second and pitching, Brayton Tillman. Batting third and playing left field, Cade Mueller. Batting in the cleanup spot and catching today, Sam Knickerbocker. Batting fifth and playing third base, Xavier Bempnister. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, Caden Erickson. Batting seventh, playing second base, Cole Tyman. Batting eighth and playing right field, Carson Windenhausen. Batting ninth and playing first base is Jerome Wilikowski, and batting as the extra hitter, Andrew Milner. For the Chaparrals, playing, as we will bring you the starting lineups just briefly here, as we will be having the national anthem. We do have a kind of a sparse crowd today, but all of them are sitting underneath the overhangs here on the first base side, the third base side, and nobody right down the middle because there's no covering at all. So at this time, we'll take note of our national anthem. And here's the starting lineup for the Marshfield Chaparrals. Leading off and playing left field, Colin DeBoer. Batting second and playing center field, Riley Bowman. Batting third and playing second base, Jack Tubbs. Batting in the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, Logan Homoka. Batting fifth and playing third base for the Chaps tonight, Brady Locken. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Shane Bryant. Batting seventh and catching, Ben Deitch. And batting eighth is the first baseman and manager, Luke Wirtz. Batting ninth and playing right field, Brent Yestad. And pitching is Cole Hediger. As Cole, the last time these two teams met was back on June 20th over at Carson Park. And it was a very, very close ball game. as it was all knotted up. Eau Claire scored 2 in the third and 1 in the fourth, and then the Chaps put a 3 spot up in the sixth inning to tie this contest up over at Carson Park. And then Eau Claire exploded for 5 runs in the bottom of the seventh inning and 2 in the eighth to win that contest 10-3. The big hitter in that ball game was Sam Knickerbocker, as he went 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs in that contest. Pitching-wise, Eli Erickson, actually, that was the only game Eli pitched for the Cavs this year. He pitched a complete game and pitched a 6-hitter, gave up 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, struck out 10. And the losing pitcher was Luke Wirtz in that contest. And Cole actually started in that contest, pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, walked 2, and struck out 3. So it was a very close contest until that 7th inning when the Cavs opened it up. So leading off for the Cavaliers here with a light rain coming down, a sprinkle here and a sprinkle there, is the center fielder Ryan Hall. And Hall on the season. And the first pitch comes in for a ball to Ryan Hall. And Hall on the season is hitting 154 for the Cavaliers, as he has played in 12 ball games this season. He started in 3 of them. Actually, the Cavs do not have a full squad here today, as I think they only have maybe 1 or 2 sitting on the bench here. And the Chaps only have 1, and fouling off is Hall. The count at 2-1. As the Cavs, very, very good ball club year in and year out. And a lot of notable players that have played for the Cavaliers in the past. I know Dale Varsho, the manager at the Eau Claire Express, has played for him. Vic Cable, who is actually the pitching coach the last 20 years with Dale over at Eau Claire. And actually back in 2021, I think it was. And pitch upstairs for a ball. It was back in 2021. Vic Cable was inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Eau Claire Cavalier Hall of Fame, and he had actually a 15-year career with the Cavaliers also. And following it off down the right field line and chasing for that one is right fielder for the Chaparrals. That's Yested, just out of his reach. 3-2 count on Ryan Hall. Just a small little rain coming down here. And a call, strike 3 with a great breaking ball. And that is a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Called Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened. Beautiful curveball there by Hediger, as it just froze Ryan Hall for out #1 there. Bringing up the pitcher, Brayton Thillman. And Thillman on the season here. Hitting in the #2 spot. Brayton is hitting .267 on the season with 17 RBIs. And pitching-wise, this will be actually his first game he will pitch this season, as he has no stats at all. Cavaliers, just an outstanding. If you get a chance, visit that website. They've got just an outstanding website there. They started this program back in 1971, and they've been very, very successful over the years. And like I mentioned before, they have a 15-6 record, and they're amongst the league leaders all the time over in that Chippewa Valley League. And fouling it off is Thillman for a 2-2 count with 1 down here in the top of the first inning. And the if you want to look at any stats on a ball player and the history of the Cavaliers is just outstanding. And that, like I said, they just started a Hall of Fame over there in 2021, and they've added coaches that they've had, past players they've got, and they want to build this up a lot. And they get great crowds over there, too, for the Cavaliers. And, in fact, they work very well with the Eau Claire Express over there, as if the Express is not playing, the Cavaliers are playing. And the Cavaliers will play in a ground ball to short, and just out of the reach of shortstop Sean Bryant. Sean Bryant playing short today instead of Byrol, as Isaiah is in Europe on a little vacation, and he should be back in about another week or so. So he's taking a little time off from teaching and also playing ball, and just a little relaxing over in Europe, pick up a little more culture, as we would say. And pitch upstairs over the top of the head of Cade Mueller, as Stillman is over at first on an infield hit. Hediger just missing. Home plate umpire today is Bill Cook. On the bases is Nate Cavillion. Nate, who umpires a lot of ball games here for the Chaparrals. And a swing and a miss by Mueller. And taking off and getting by is Stillman. Stillman heads into second. He'll be credited with a stolen base, as he was on the run before the wild pitch. So Stillman will be credited with a stolen base on that. 3-1 count now on the left fielder, Cade Mueller. Overcast skies here. A few sprinkles coming down off and on here. Lights are on here at Jack Hackman Field. And the pitch. And a call strike. 3-2 count now on Cade Mueller. Bill Cook with a very delayed call. And a shot back up the middle, as it almost got Hediger. And a base hit up the middle, and going into third is Stillman. So runners at the corners now for the Cavaliers here in the top of the first, as the catcher, Sam Knickerbocker. And Sam, who has actually been their top hitter for the last 2 years. And Sam coming into this ball game hitting .437 with 23 RBIs. He's got a home run and 5 doubles and a total of 31 hits to go with that .437 batting average. And we'll see what kind of game he calls behind the plate, as he's one of the actually top players in that Chippewa Falls League. And runner going to second, and stalls, and a double steal and a throwing error by the catcher, as going into third will be Mueller, as Mueller will get credited with a stolen base. It'll be a double steal, as Stillman comes in for the first run for the Cavaliers here in the bottom of the first inning. And going to third on that throwing error by the catcher is Mueller. And Knickerbocker with a 1-1 count. Now a 1-2 count on Knickerbocker, as Sam has only struck out 3 times and 71 times to the plate this year, so makes great contact. And just missing downstairs, as Hediger working very, very quickly from the stretch, and the pitch way outside, pulled in nicely by the catcher, Ben Deach. Hediger gets the sign from Ben from the stretch. And the pitch. And a fly ball out of the ballpark and into the parking lot. So the count remains 3-2 with one down here in the top of the first inning. Hediger from the stretch. And upstairs for ball 4. So runners at the corners now for the Cavaliers.
Hitting fifth for the Cavaliers, number 4, the third baseman, Xavier Bemnister.
As now Xavier Bemnister is now batting, the third baseman. And Xavier on the season hitting .387 in 16 ball games. He has 11 RBIs. He's got a slugging percentage of .403 and lays one down and foul. As the runners return. And lays it down perfectly. And beautiful sacrifice bunt. As Bemnister will get credited with a sacrifice. The throw was by Hediger, but it was not a force out at home. The tag had to be made. And Mueller scores on that sacrifice as a little small ball there and an RBI for Xavier. And bringing up Caden Erickson as he comes around late and fouls that one off.
Central Wisconsin Glass will replace it for free. Please see Central Wisconsin Glass for all of your glass needs.
Well, that's a pretty good deal. Central Wisconsin Glass will give you a free windshield if they break one here at the ballpark. So swing and a miss by Erickson. Runners at first and second with one down and an 0-2 count on Caden Erickson. And down low and getting away. Throw down to third and gets by the third baseman and advancing to second on the play. So that will be an error, a throwing error by the catcher. The second error by the Chaparrals in this inning. As Knickerbocker will advance on the pass ball. And Bemnister was not taking off on it. And so after the throw was made, he decided to go to second, so he advances on a throwing error. So runners now at second and third here in the top of the first inning, and the Cavs leading 2-0. And the pitch. And in the dirt and coming in to score will be Knickerbocker, as it's now 3-0, as the ball must be a little damp as Cole is having a little problems gripping that ball. 3-2 count with one down here in the top of the first. Hediger from the stretch and the pitch. And away. And ball 4 to Caden Erickson. And bringing up Cole Timon, the second baseman. Cole is, let's see, Timon is hitting .243 on the season in 12 ball games. He has 11 RBIs. And the pitch, catching the outside corner for a call strike. As Cole Timon playing second base for the Cavaliers. And another one just catching the outside corner for strike 2. So an 0-2 count as Cole is ahead of the batter here. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that is a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro, like it never happened. And stealing second on that play is Erickson as he heads down to second. So runners now at second and third. And a call strike right on the outside corner to Windishausen. And Windishausen on the season hitting .268 with 7 RBIs. And pitch just up for a ball. 1-1 count with 2 down here. And runners at second and third for the Cavs. And a swing and a miss. Cole's been getting ahead of batters here, but all of a sudden the confidence is just gone, and he just can't seem to find the plate once he gets ahead of the batter. As Carson fouls that one off, count remains 1-2 from the stretch. Cole gets the sign from Ben and delivery. And a base hit into the left center field power alley. Coming over is center fielder Riley Ballman. But 2-run score as Windishausen gets 2 RBIs on that. And the score now is 5-0.
Next for the Cavaliers, first baseman, number 44, Jerome Delkowski.
As this kind of looks a little familiar from the other night, as Abbotsford put 5 up on the board on the Cavaliers, but the Cavs came right back and won that ball game against Abbotsford the other night. So stick around. Anything can happen in this ball game. As Chaparrals will be going against a pitcher who has not pitched yet this season in Brayton Thillman. And so should be very, very interesting here as Cavs are short of ball players. And a call strike. And stealing second is Carson Windenhauser. And that is the 5th stolen base by the Cavs here in the first inning. And Carson took off, and Cole was still in his stretch yet. And so Cole just stepped off and threw over to third and got Carson with no problem at all. So he'll be put out 1-5. So Delakowski will lead off the second inning. But the Cavs come up with 5 runs on only 2 hits. There was 2 errors and no one left. So after a half inning of play, it's the Eau Claire Cavaliers 5 and the Marshfield Chaparrals coming to bat. And you are watching WBA Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
And we're back here at Jack Hackman Field, where the Cavaliers put up a 5 spot here in the first inning. Just like the game against Abbotsford. in the Shap's last ball game, and they got behind 5-0, but went at it one run at a time and pulled out a very impressive 11-7 win over Abbotsford the last time out. And so we'll see if the Chaparrals can do the same thing. Leading off for the Chaparrals will be the left fielder, Colin DeBoer. As I mentioned, this is the first appearance pitching-wise for Brayton Thillman. So the Cavaliers this year have had, let's see, 10 different pitchers this year, and a ground ball over to second to Hyman. Throws over to Delikowski for out number 1 as DeBoer takes that first pitch and grounds out for the first out. Riley Bauman, the center fielder, now for the Chaparrals. As Riley having a very good season this year. Actually playing some college ball at St. Mary's and a former Stratford standout. Him and Jack Tubbs, who was in the on-deck circle. Jack playing chaparral ball and some Legion ball, as they can do that now. Ground ball over to third and throw over to first and thrown away. And Bauman rounds first and heads to second, and that will be a throwing error on the third baseman, Beminister, as Bauman goes into second, standing up. So Jack Tubbs, second baseman. Jack, a 4-time all-conference player at Stratford High School. Actually was the most valuable player during the football season for the Stratford Tigers, who won their third straight football title, and Stratford now with 10 state titles, and actually the most by any high school in the state of Wisconsin. And Jack going to go on to play some baseball with Riley Bauman over at St. Mary's. In fact, I was looking at this Eau Claire roster, and there's a few over at on this Sam Knickerbocker, who's a sophomore and plays college ball at St. Mary's also. So these three guys will be teammates over there this coming season. As Tubbs fouls one off, 2-1 count now with Bauman at second for the Chaparrals. And flying out to right field and making the catch out there is Windenhausen for out number 2, I'm sorry. And the DH, Logan Hamoka, now up for the Chaparrals, a left-handed hitter. As Thillman delivers and down low for ball 1. Doing the catching back there is Knickerbocker, doing a very nice job. Inside pitch for ball 2. Down low for ball 3. 3-0 count with 2 down here. As Brayton has a little problem trying to find a plate and way outside. So Hamoka takes 4 pitches, gets on with a walk. So runners now at first and second for the Chaparrals is third baseman Brady Locken now batting. The Cavaliers, after this ball game, has 10 ball games yet on their schedule. They go all the way to August 5th, and then Ground ball deep in the hole. Long throw. And not in time. And Locken gets the first hit for the Chaparrals, and it'll load the bases here.
Next, shortstop, number 7, Sean Bryant.
Sean Bryant, the shortstop here now, with bases loaded, as Chaparrals could use a couple runs here in this inning to narrow this gap of a 5-run lead, and one hopper over to third base as Brendan Nister steps on the bag, and Bryant with a fielder's choice, and for out number 3 as they get Homolka at third. So
3 runners left on after 1 complete.
So no runs for the Chaps on 1 hit, no 1 error, and left 3. So after 1 complete inning of play, it's the Eau Claire Cavaliers 5 and the Marshfield Chaparrals nothing. And you are watching WBA Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Taqueria Monarca is now open at the Marshfield Mall. Experience the bold and fresh flavors of Mexico in Marshfield at Taqueria Monarca. Delicious tacos, burritos, quesadillas, bowls, and drinks. Kick things up a notch with the fresh salsa bar. Taqueria Monarca is fast, casual, and delicious.
We are ready to serve you the bold, fresh flavors from Mexico. Welcome to Taqueria Monarca.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
And we're back here at Heckman Field and top of the second inning here as Cole Henniger finishes up his warm-up pitches here. And leading off for the Cavaliers will be Jerome Delikowski, as Jerome was the batter that was hitting at the time when Carson Windenhauser got picked off at third base. So Jerome will get a clean count here, and Cole just finishing up his warm-up pitches.
Leading off for the Cavaliers, top of the second, first baseman number 44, Jerome Delikowski.
So the rain has pretty much stopped here. It's a little wet, but fans are underneath the bleachers here, and we've got just 2 fans sitting just below us here. And Cole with delivery, and fouling it off is Jerome Delikowski for strike 1. Delikowski hitting .171 on the season in 17 ball games for the Cavaliers. And a line shot, and that'll bring his average up as shot that's going to go all the way to the wall. And he's going to come up with a stand-up double for Jerome Delikowski.
Number 15, Andrew Milner. Mr. Milner strikes out.
And
All beer will be
extra hitter. They allow an extra hitter here so they can bat 10 guys. And Andrew Milner is the extra hitter. So they're making him the drink specialist batter, let's call him. And pitch comes in, catches the outside corner for a call, strike 1. As I mentioned, the Cavaliers are in that Chippewa River Baseball League. And next pitch comes in, catches right at the knees for a call, strike 2. There is 2 divisions, the North and the South, and in that North is Cadott Red Sox leading with 11-3. The Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks are 11-5. The Tilden Tigers are 6-7. And then the Jim Falls Sturgeons are 5-9, and the Bloomer Woodticks are 2-10. And then the Southern Division, the Eau Claire Bears are 13-3. The Eau Claire Cavaliers 11-4. The Whitehall Whitetails, and striking out is Andrew Milner. So the drinks will be half price here for the rest of this inning. So that is strikeout number 3, and that is a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened. And so 1 down and back to the top of the batting order brings up Ryan Hall. As the count is 0-1. As he fouls it off down the right field side. Brayton Thillman on deck. And the pitch. And fouling into the net. The Whitehall Whitetails are 7-5. The Osseo Merchants are 9-7. The Augusta Athletics are 2-12, and the Beef River Bullfrogs are 1-11. So, very competitive league, and like I said, the Cavaliers have about 10 ball games left, and a shot over the shortstop's head, and Hall will get a base hit, and going into third is Dilikowski. So runners at the corners here in the top of the second inning.
Up next, the pitcher, number 11,
for the Cavaliers.
Tillman.
For expertise, honesty, and stellar service, look no further than Heritage Auto Body. Their team of professionals uses the latest technology to ensure that your vehicle comes back to you looking like new. They provide free estimates and work with your insurance company to make it easy for you. Heritage Auto Body on Heritage Drive on Marshfield's sunny south side. And Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality you can trust. And the pitch low and away for ball 1. As Stillman is a Eau Claire North grad, and he is plays for actually the Blue Gulls at UW Eau Claire. Eau Claire bringing baseball back into the WIAC, and a pitch catching the outside corner for a call strike. 2-1 count now on the pitcher, Brayton Tillman. As the Cavaliers have a couple ball players from UW Eau Claire. And off the catcher's glove and coming in will be Jerome Dilikowski on that pass ball, and makes the score now 6-0. And the count now as they took the count off the scoreboard there. The score now is 6-0. Cavaliers with 4 hits in this contest. Pitch outside. And ball 4. So Thillman reaches base for the second time in today's contest.
Left fielder number 47, Cade Mueller.
And runners now at the corners as Hall is over at third and Thillman at first with 1 down here in the top of the second inning. And the pitch. And fouling it out of the ballpark here as the kids go running to see if they can get that ball. And they have a deal here with the Chaparrals. They can register to possibly win a bicycle at the end of the year here. Hediger with the pitch outside for a ball. On deck, Sam Knickerbocker, the catcher. Hediger from the stretch. Catches the outside corner for a call strike. And stealing second. And putting the tag on is Jack Tubbs, as just getting Thilman, as Jack got that and just spun around, and Thilman slid right into it. So out number 2, and Hall did not advance on that throw. So we've got a runner at third with 2 down and a count 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. And for the Cavaliers, in the second inning, they come up with 1 run on 2 hits and no errors and 1 left. And so after 1.5 innings of play is the Cavaliers of Eau Claire 6, and the Chaparrals nothing. And you're watching WBA Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Whether you need deep sleep, beauty sleep, or just need to sleep it off, Mall Furniture has a huge selection of double-sided comfort sleep mattresses. When it's time for a double, it's no trouble. You'll flip over our great prices. There's 2 great sides to this mattress story, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. It's double-sided or nothing.
Get your perfect comfort sleep mattress from Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
See you on the flip side.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
And we're back here at Jack Hackman Field, and the Cavaliers coming up with a run in the second inning and making a 6-0 contest here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as Cavaliers have 6 runs on 4 hits and 1 error, and the Chaparrals no runs on 1 hit and 2 errors. And leading off for the Chaparrals will be the catcher, Ben Deach.
Leading off in the bottom of the second for the Chaparrals, the catcher number 1, Ben Deach.
As Deach fouls off the first one. And Knickerbocker running back to get that foul ball. We'll have to dry it off a little bit. The grass just a little bit wet out there. And a fly ball. And coming in is the catcher and the pitcher, and both just out of the reach of Knickerbocker and Dilikowski. As the WBA semifinals tournament will be coming up in August 8th through the 10th. The sites have not been determined, and neither as where the final state finals will be. But the state finals will be August 15th and Saturday the 16th in the WBA finals and the playoffs. So that's just not too far off, so another month away. And just getting out of the way there with fancy footwork there by Deach, as it almost hit him there, as manager Luke Wirtz comes back to get that wild pitch there. As I mentioned, the Cavaliers will be in action on Saturday, tomorrow. And Deach goes down swinging for out number 1. That is the first strikeout by Brayton Thilman, bringing up Luke Wirtz, the manager and first baseman in today's contest. Left-hander, ground ball, to Erickson. Erickson over to first and in time to get Luke for out number 2.
Now batting for the Chaparrals, right fielder.
Thilman looking very impressive out there for not pitching this year. As Thilman is an Eau Claire ball player, UW Eau Claire. And let me just check here. Usually he's a outfielder for them. They do not have his listed down as a pitcher, but he's doing a very, very fine job out on the mound there. And a pop-up. And coming in is a center fielder, Hall, to make the catch for out number 3. So the Chaps go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the second. So after 2 complete innings of play, it's the Eau Claire Cavaliers 6 and the Marshfield Chaparrals nothing. And you're watching WBA Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes, no appointment necessary. See you soon.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
And we're back here at Jack Hackman Field, and this next commercial here, it's time to get your pool ready for summer. Contact Rigel Plumbing and Heating in Marshfield, your local BioGuard dealer for the products and expertise to do it right. And Hiller's True Value is the Central Wisconsin Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. Check out current promotions and get great deals on Milwaukee tools today. Hiller's True Value in Marshfield. And put more spring in your step at Blues Hair Studio in Marshfield. Get your locks cut, colored, styled, and look fresh as spring temperatures heat up. Blues Hair Studio is open Monday through Friday with appointment times to match your schedule. Get online appointment at blueshairstudio.com. And leading off for the Cavaliers here in the top of the third inning is the catcher, Sam Knickerbocker, as Sam walked last time up in a base shot out the left field, as that will increase his, what did I say? He was hitting like 470 something coming into this ball game, 437. So that'll give him his 31st hit of the season.
Number 4, Xavier Bannister.
As Xavier Bannister now batting, and Xavier had a sacrifice bunt and scored back in the 5th inning as he fouls the first one off and hits the roof here. As we got some crowd noise in the back here. In fact, actually a pretty good crowd for the weather we've got here. And a base shot, a line shot right to Jack Tubbs for out number 1. Bringing up the shortstop, Caden Erickson. They came out with the WFSCA all-district teams for softball. And in the District 1, in the large schools, we've got quite a few ball players from the central Wisconsin area here, as Claire Kalmus of Wausau West, Sydney Holberg of Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln, Caitlin Claysmith of Stevens Point, Addison Cluck of DC Everest, Addie Pesky of Stevens Point, Jordan Roth of Stevens Point, and Sydney Spear of DC Everest, all making the first team all district. And the honorable mention category was Aubrey Itzen of Stevens Point, Madison Kraus of Marshfield, and Mara Meverdin of DC Everest, making that honorable mention. In the small school District 1, Shelby Spada of Columbus Catholic, and is the only one in the small school District 1 that made the first team, and actually Alusa Yaboa from Columbus Catholic made honorable mention. So congratulations to those ladies for that recognition.
Next for the Cavaliers, second baseman number 19, Cole Tynan.
And so we have runners at first and second now for the Cavaliers. And coming up is Cole Tyman as Caden Erickson walks. And just missing inside. Few raindrops coming down here again at Hackman Field, but not enough to stop play here. And the pitch. And a call strike as Cole tried to hold up on that. I thought he held up, so it must have caught the outside corner for a call strike. 1-1 count with one down here in the top of the third inning. Pitch way outside for ball two. In the District 2 section of that all-district team, a lot of ball players from the area here who made first team and also honorable mention. We'll get to those. A ground ball to Jack Tubbs at second. Puts the tag and misses the tag. And so Timon with a fielder's choice on that. And Jack Tubbs just missing the tag, and so loads the bases now for the Cavaliers here in the top of the third inning.
The right fielder, number 32, Carson Windeshausen.
And Windenshausen, the right fielder, as Carson last time had a base hit, but got thrown out at third trying to steal for the third out in the bottom of or top of the first. Follows that first one off. In the District 2 medium schools, Finley Arndt from Medford, Addison Henrik from Mosinee, Riley Raby from Medford, and Talon Jersley from Mosinee made that first team. And on the honorable mention was Ava Bussey from Mosinee and Paitlin Jersley from Mosinee. So congratulations to those young ladies. And a very large group from in the small schools as very good showing. Megan Griesbach and Peyton Mansell from Pacelli. Amelia Martini from Pacelli. And Macy Vollert from Assumption and Kaylin Yenter from Pacelli all made first team on there as Wendenhausen goes down strike. And that is strikeout number 5, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel, and he'll do it like it never happened. And batting now is Jerome Delikowski, as Jerome had a double in the left center field power alley back in the second inning. And just missing outside. And the honorable mention group was Claire Nelson of Assumption, Maddie Plonick of Pacelli, and Ava Tess from Pacelli. So congratulations to all those ladies making the all-district first team and honorable mention. So we've got a 1-1 count with 2 down here in the top of the third inning. And a call strike right at the knees. As the Cavaliers threatening here, put few more runs on the board. They are up 6-0 here in the top of the third inning. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss as Cole Hediger gets Delikowski to strikeout number 6, and that is a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Called Jamie Wenzel for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration, Serve Pro, like it never happened. So Hediger gets out of a jam here in the third inning as the Cavaliers come up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 men left on base. So after 2.5 innings of play, it's the Eau Claire Cavaliers 6 and Chaparrals nothing. And you are watching WBA baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
And we're back here at Jack Hackman Field, and Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances at Bruce Orthodontics. They're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. And coming up next Monday at Nuts Deep, it's Mondays, and they were made for Mac. So head to Nuts Deep and get the Nuts Deep 2 Marshfield for Mac Mondays and try one of their delicious Mac options. There's a whole menu of options at Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield, so hurry on in and find your new favorite. Leading off for the Chaparrals is Colin DeBoer, as they are back at the top of the batting order. We are in the bottom of the third inning. And a call strike catching the outside corner. And hits the dirt, knocked down by Knickerbocker as he rubs that ball down and gets a little wet. 1-1 count on the leadoff hitter and left fielder Colin DeBoer. Colin grounded out, took the first pitch and grounded out to the second baseman to start the offense for the Chaparrals back in the first inning. And a fly ball out to right field and going back and back and back. And it's off the wall as Colin DeBoer rounding second and heading to third. And the throw goes into second base, and Cullen will come in standing up with a stand-up triple to start out the third inning here for the Chaparrals, as Cullen gave it a ride, and all Windenhauser could do was just keep going back and back and back because he knew he had been beaten out there as it hit down in the base of the fence out there in right field. And the dimensions around here is 320s down the line and 367, to the right and the left field power alleys, and 385 to dead center. And coming up is Riley Bauman. Riley got on with a throwing error back in the first inning. Pitch comes in outside for ball 2. From the stretch. And the pitch. And doing a little dancing out there is Riley Ballman, as that pitch was pretty close to hitting Riley. So a 3-0 count. Brayton Thillman on the mound has only given up 1 hit so far in this 2 hits, as that triple was the second hit by the Chaparrals. 3-1 count now to Riley Ballman, center fielder for the Chaparrals. Former Stratford grad, playing at St. Mary's College over in Minnesota. Thillman gets the sign and the pitch. And a call strike right at the knees. A 3-2 count now with nobody down. Runner at third. That is Cullen DeBoer, who led off the third inning here with a stand-up triple. And the pitch. Way outside for ball 4. So second time that Riley's been on today. So runners at the corners, bringing up the second baseman, Jack Tubbs.
Second baseman, number 26, Jack Tubbs.
As the girls all state, we're going to have a conference out here as head coach Ryan Bempneister comes out and checks with his pitcher out there. He's got a little mud in the cleats there. The first team of Division I, all-state team of the WFSCA, as Caitlin Kleismith, a senior from Stevens Point, and Addison Cluck from DC Everest, and Addie Pesky of Stevens Point made first team, and Claire Kelmus of Wausau West and Jordan Roth of Stevens Point made the second team. So congratulations to those players making the first and second team. And first pitch comes into Jack Tubbs down low for ball 1. And in the Division 2 and 3, Talon Jersley from Mosinee made the second team in the Division 2 and 3. And in the Division 4 and 5, pitch to Tubbs inside, now 3-0, is Peyton Mansell, Amelia Martini from Pacelli, Shelby Spada of Columbus Catholic, and Kaylin Yenter of Pacelli all made first team, all-state. And Jack Tubbs walks to load the bases. So bases juiced here with Chaparrals and nobody out, bringing up Logan Homolka, the DH. And in Division 4, honorable mention goes to, for second team, is Morgan Griesbach of Auburndale and Macy Valrith of Assumption. I had a chance to watch both of those young ladies pitch this year, and both outstanding pitchers. And Macy, a senior this year, and Morgan was an all-stater last year as a freshman. This year she makes second team as a sophomore. So Auburndale with a very good nucleus coming back next year also, and will contend in that Marewood Conference along with Stratford and Assumption also. Pitch down low to Logan Homolka. 3-0 count, no place to put him, as the infield is in at the corners. And ball 4, and that's an RBI for Logan as the Shaps get on the board.
Up next for the Shaps.
And it's now 6-1.
Lock in.
And that's 3 walks in a row now by Brayton Thillman, as Knickerbocker walks out to talk to Thillman, give him a little time, and bringing up Brady Locken. And Brady got the first hit for the Chaparrals back in the first inning. An infield grounder deep in the hole at short. And first pitch comes in for ball one. And the pitch. And a ground ball down to third. And throws, beautiful play by the third baseman, Bennett Neister, as he backhand that shot down the third base line through to home to Knickerbocker
Next for the Chaps.
for the force, and then through to first or third for the double play. So great play by the Cavaliers there. As Tubbs is thrown out at third for out number 2. So Locken on with a fielder's choice, and Homolka moves to second on that play. And a fly ball out to center field to Hull for out number 3. But the Chaparrals come up with 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. And so after 3 complete innings of play, it's Eau Claire Cavaliers 6 and the Marshfield Chaparrals 1. And you're watching WBA Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
And we're back here at Jack Hackman Field. It is getting a little slippery out there as the mound out there is getting a little greasy, as of course the Cavalier pitcher, Brayton Thillman, had to clean the mud out of his cleats there. And so, yeah, it's getting a little greasy out there now as we enter the 4th inning here. And leading off will be Ryan Hall.
Lead off for the Cavaliers. It's your beer batter.
And we've got
number 15, Andrew Miller.
Oh, it's kind of funny. The gentleman that walking up here now is Andrew Milner, and he kind of looks up at the PA announcer and says, "Yeah, I'm here." And a pitch outside. And the next pitch outside, 2-0. As Andrew struck out last time, and the Marshfield fans really like that because the prices of drinks went to half price. But right now he's ahead of pitcher Cole Hediger, 3-0, here in the top of the 4th inning. And the pitch. And there's a strike. So there's still hope yet for these Chaparral fans, as the count now is 3-1. Hediger. And a fly ball out the left. Camping under it is Colin DeBoer, and making the catch for out number 1.
Up next for the Cavs,
back to the top of the batting orders
number 5, Ryan.
is Ryan Hall. And Ryan struck out back in the 1st inning and a base hit back in the 2nd inning, so he's 1 for 2 in today's contest. as he'll try to get things going here for the Cavaliers. And the first pitch comes in just inside for ball one. The rain that we had is getting the field a little greasy out there, so the footing may not be very good. And pitch just catching that inside corner for a call strike, as umpire Bill Cook making that call back there. Hediger from the stretch and the pitch. And right at the letters for a call, strike two. Hediger with the delivery. And hit by a pitch is Hall, so that's the second time Ryan will be on today.
Up next for Eau Claire.
Bringing up Brayton Tillman, the pitcher. And Brayton is 1 for 1. He's singled, had 2 stolen bases back in the first inning and scored, and walked in the second inning and was forced out at second for the second out of that second inning. So you'll see what the left-handed hitter can do here in inning number 4 for the Cavaliers. And the pitch. And back-to-back pitches as Hediger hits Thillman as Hall heads down the second.
Cade Mueller.
As the footing has to be really getting bad out there, as Hediger trying to get the mud out of his cleats out there. Hediger from the stretch and the pitch. And catching that inside corner for a call, strike one. Hull at second, Thillman at first, 1 down here in the top of the 4th. And a fly ball, and that could fall in, and it does. It gets past Riley Ballman. He tracks it down, and coming around third and scoring is Hull. And coming in for the RBI double is Cade Mueller.
Up next for the Cavaliers.
And Thillman on the play goes to third.
Samuel Knickerbocker.
So the Cavaliers get that run back that they gave up in the third inning to the Chaparrals, and now lead 7-1 here in the 4th inning. And bringing up Sam Knickerbocker. Sam walked and scored in the first and singled in the third. Cavaliers left the bases loaded back in the third inning there as Hediger got out of that jam. From the stretch and the pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-0 count to Sam. Very good contact hitter, Sam Knickerbocker. Knows the zone very well. As I mentioned, he had only 71 official at-bats. He only had struck out 3 times. Let me go back here once and take a look. He had, and goes on 4 pitches there as Sam walks for the second time and on base for the third time and loads the bases for Xavier Bemnister. And as a little conference out on the mound there, which the Chaparrals are having.
Raining out there. Don't forget to visit the concession stand.
And we'll tell you about Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. And at Stratford Plumbing and Heating, Your comfort and convenience is their top priority. They service all brands, do complete furnace and air conditioning installation with professional service to Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas. And a base hit by Bemnister as he takes the first pitch and brings in 2 runs. So a 2-run single by Xavier.
For the Cavs, shortstop number 6, Caden Erickson.
Gets his second and third RBI of today's contest. Going to second is Knickerbocker. And Caden Erickson, who has walked in the first and scored, had a stolen base, and walked in the third. And the score now 8-1. Actually, it's 9-1 right now as Eau Claire has come up with 3 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. And a base shot down the left field line. And coming around the score is Knickerbocker. And getting the green light is Bemnister, scoring all the way around from first. And coming in with a triple is Erickson. So a 2-run triple by Erickson has opened this ball game up.
Up next for the Cavs, second baseman number 19, Cole Timon.
As Erickson with a 2-run triple down the left field line. You don't see that very often in this ballpark as a triple down the left field line. I've seen a lot of them down the right field line, but hardly any down that left field line. So great job by Caden Erickson on that, and bringing up Cole Timon, the second baseman, who has struck out and got on with a fielder's choice. And the Cavaliers with 5 runs here in the 4th inning. Special thanks to our game day sponsors, Woodfield Inns and Suites, Rem's Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products. 1-0 count to Cole Timon, the second baseman. And the pitch. Low and outside for a ball. When buying or selling, Brock & Decker Real Estate is the team you need by your side. Brock & Decker has all the tools you need to feel confident in selling or buying. Call Sammy or Sue today or visit them on North Central Avenue at brockanddecker.com and like them on Facebook as Cole fouls that one off, and a 2-1 count with 1 down. Here in the top of the 4th, as the Cavs put a 5 spot in the first inning, 1 in the second, was shut down in the 3rd, and has put a 5 spot here in the 4th inning. And popping one up and going back is Jack Tubbs, and taking control and making the catch out in short right field for out number 2, as Erickson holds up at 3rd there.
Up next for the Cavs,
Bringing up Carson Windenhauser,
32,
as Carson has singled and a stolen base back in the 1st and struck out in the 3rd for the Cavaliers. So 2 down here. And a pitch just missing outside. Very nice job on the mound tonight for Brayton Thillman as he makes his season debut for the Cavaliers and has pitched in a really outstanding ball game, giving up 1 run on only 2 hits. From the stretch and the pitch, and ground ball over to 3rd as Locken throws over to first in time for out number 3. But the Cavaliers come up with 5 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left after 3.5 innings of play. It's the Cavaliers 11 and the Marshfield Chaparrals 1. And you are watching WBA Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
And we're back here at Hackman Field. And a few drops still coming down yet here at Hackman Field. We are in a 10-run situation here as the Cavaliers are up by 10 runs, 11-1. We are only in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Shaps will have 2 more at-bats. Cavs in the 5th yet. And so we are in that situation. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. And Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. And coming up for the Chaparrals, here in the bottom of the 4th inning, will be the catcher, Ben Deach, as Ben struck out back in the 2nd inning. And if I'm not mistaken, let me find the Chaparral schedule. In fact, I think they are in action this Sunday. And a ground ball back to the mound. Grabbed nicely by Thilman. Goes over, tosses it to Dilikowski for out number 1. And bringing up
pitcher, number 6, Cole Henninger.
Bringing up Cole Hediger as Cole is hitting for himself in place of Luke Wirtz. And let's see, I know the Cavs are in action. I think it's tomorrow. Let's see. Yes, they are in action tomorrow night at Bloomer at 7:20, or excuse me, at 7 o'clock. And then they're at home 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight ball games, and a ground ball, and for out number 2 as Hediger grounds out. And bringing up Brent Yested, the right fielder, and Brent
Number 11,
flew out Easted up, and he flew out to the center fielder back in the 2nd inning. And so the Cavs then, after tomorrow's ball game, have a 6-game homestand as they play at beautiful, historic Carson Park. Very beautiful ballpark over there. And I've been over there many, many times. In fact, even had a chance to umpire a few ball games over there also. And so it's a very nice ballpark. It's also the home of the Eau Claire Express over there, coached by former Marshfield native Dale Varsho, and who's having actually a good season over there for the Express. And so taking a Cavaliers game if you're over there, or an Express game, and enjoy some baseball over there. You'll have a good time. I'm trying to find my schedule for. Here we go. And a ground ball, slow roller to third, and finding the handle is Benenmeister, and gets it over to Dilikowski for out number 3. So the Shaps go 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. So after 4 complete innings of play, it's the Eau Claire Cavaliers 11 and the Marshfield Chaparrals 1. And you are watching WBA Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
And we're back here at Jack Hackman Field, and just got word here that the Chaparrals are trying to get a makeup game for July 21st. Makeup game that's on a Monday, and but otherwise their next home game will be on Friday, July 25th against Waupaca. That's a 7 o'clock start here at Jack Hackman Field. Check their Facebook and that. On that makeup date on July 21st, just go to the Marshfield Chaparrals Facebook page. And they are in action this Sunday when they travel to Whittlesea to take on the Whittlesea Reds. And the start of that contest is at 1:30. And then on Wednesday, July 16th, they travel to Plover for a 7:30 ball game. And then Sunday, July 20th, they travel up to Merrill for a 1:30 contest. They will take on Pittsville on July 30th at 7 o'clock. And then on Saturday, August 2nd, they kind of have a doubleheader here, one against Everest and another one with Minocqua. So, and then according to this, August 4th will be their last regular season home game. And, excuse me, that will be on Monday, August 4th, against the Red Hawks of Wisconsin Rapids. And the first pitch of that will be at 7 o'clock. So that's the remainder of the schedule for the Marshfield Chaparrals. And come on out, see some great baseball with Chaparrals here at Jack Hackman Field. Leading off for the Cavaliers here in the top of the fifth inning will be Jerome Delikowski, the first baseman. Jerome had a left center field power alley double, and he pops this one up way up, and that one could bring rain. And finally comes down into the glove of Jack Tubbs as he heads out towards center fielder to make the catch for out number one. Gets a high five from teammate Riley, or I want to say Riley Spindler, but from Riley Ballman. So one down here in the top of the fifth inning brings up Andrew Milner. As Andrew struck out in the second and flew out to the left fielder in the fourth. Left-handed hitter. And the pitch. Just missing for a strike. Wind up and the pitch. And lazy fly ball out to left field. And camping under it is Colin DeBoer, and makes a catch for out number two. And back to the top of the batting order for the Cavaliers. Brings up Ryan Hall. Ryan is officially 1 for 2 as he struck out in the first inning, swinging, and a base hit in the second, and got hit by a pitch in the fourth inning, and eventually scored a run. So officially 1 for 2. In today's contest. Pitch low and outside for ball one. Cole Hediger now with 4 2/3 innings pitching. And a windup and the pitch. And a ground ball to Jack Tubbs. And just out of the reach of Jack for a base hit. And second hit for Hall. Bringing up Brayton Thillman.
Tillman.
And Brayton is 1 for 1, but he's been on base 3 times in today's contest. Base hit with 2 stolen bases in the first, walked in the second, and got hit by a pitch in the fourth and scored. So his on-base percentage, very good tonight, increases that on-base percentage. Left-handed hitter Brayton Tillman has done an outstanding job out on the mound also for the Cavaliers. First pitch comes in, down low for ball 1. Cole from the stretch and popping it up, and Jack Tubbs getting the radar on and making the catch for out number 3. So the Cavaliers come up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And after 4.5 innings of play, it's the Cavaliers 11 and the Marshfield Chaparrals 1. And you're watching WBA Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield, is your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. They have it all, including farm tractors and the best-selling and #1 rated in durability and owner experience Kubota compact do-it-all tractors. And don't forget the versatile Kubota RTV utility vehicles, along with Kubota zero-turn mowers for the best lawn care equipment. Get them all at Chili Implement. Chili Implement is open Monday through Saturday. Call us or visit our website at chiliimplement.com.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
And we're back here at Jack Hackman Field, and we are in the bottom of the 5th inning with the Cavaliers of Eau Claire leading 11-1 against the Marshfield Chaparrals. Cavaliers 11 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Chaparrals 1 run on 2 hits and 2 errors. And as I mentioned, great job out on the mound by Brayton Tillman, as Brayton has, like I said, given up 2 hits. He has walked 4 and actually only 1 strikeout tonight, but great defense behind him also. And coming up for the Chaparrals here in the bottom of the 5th is the leadoff hitter, Colin DeBoer, as Colin tripled his last time up and scored the only Chaparral run. He is 1 for 2 in today's contest. And first pitch comes in right down Main Street for a call, strike 1. Next pitch outside for a ball. Brayton just missing. Looked good from up here, but Mr. Cook down there says nope. We're going to call it a ball. 2-1. And the pitch. And base hit by Cullen out to right field as the Chaparrals get the leadoff runner on, as Colin DeBoer has 2 of the 3 hits for the Chaparrals tonight, bringing up Riley Ballman. Riley gone on with a throwing error back in the first and walked in the third, so he's been on twice. BB&D Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors. Shop 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations in Cadott and Abbotsford, or online to BigBearDown.com. That's BigBearDown.com, and brought to you by BB&D Sports, with 2 locations in central Wisconsin, in Cadott and Abbotsford. And a base hit up the middle as Chaparrals are keeping this thing going, as back-to-back hits here now to start out the 5th inning, as Riley Ballman reaches base for the 3rd time. Bringing up Jack Tubbs, the second baseman. Jack flew out to the right fielder in the first and walked in the third. Right-hand hitter Jack Tubbs. And the pitch. And Jack hit with a pitch. So it loads the bases here now.
Bases all loaded up for number 4, Logan.
For Logan Homolka, the designated hitter. Logan walked back in the first and the third inning, so he's been on base twice. As Thilman being hit around here a little bit with 2 hits and a hit batsman here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Logan takes the first pitch and fouls it back against the fence. From the windup and the pitch, way behind and off the glove, but didn't go far enough as Sam Knickerbocker making a great play of knocking that down and went only maybe about 10, maybe 12 feet from home plate. So DeBoer could not score from third as it was not far enough. And so a 1-1 count on Logan Homolka. And just down low for ball 2. 2-1 count, no place to put Homolka as bases are loaded here with Chaparrals. And the pitch. And just missing down low. 3-1 count. As Logan had an RBI walk last time up, and he'll get a second one. As Logan walks 3 times in this contest. And DeBoer comes in with the second run. He has scored both runs in this contest for the Chaparrals.
Brady Lock-in.
And Brady Lock-in now up for the Chaps with nobody down and bases loaded, and the Chaps now down 11-2. And a call strike on the outside corner to Brady Lock-in. Brady with a base hit and a fielder's choice in this contest. Ground ball to short. And an error on the shortstop as shortstop Erickson tried to feel that. And I think he wanted to throw it before he got it. That'll be an E6.
Shortstop, number 7, Sean Bryant.
And so the bases remain loaded, and coming in to score was Ballman. And Sean Bryant, fielder's choice back in the first, and flew out to the center fielder in the third. It's now 11-3, Chaparrals down by 8. And pitch comes in for a call strike, catching that outside corner. Cavaliers thought maybe they could go home a little early tonight, but the Chaparrals have a lot to say about that as they keep this contest going here. Now 11-3 as Thilming having a little problems this inning as he's given up 2 hits, hit a batter, and walked one, and then now an error on the shortstop and a swing and a miss by Bryant. Makes the count 2-2 with nobody down and bases loaded. Wind up and the pitch. Low and away for ball 3. 3-2 count on Sean Bryant. And ball 4, and that'll be an RBI for Sean Bryant. As
Next catcher,
head coach Ryan Benneister will be coming out to take a little talk here. We'll see if they're going to stay with him or bring a relief pitcher in here. conversation still going on out there yet. As umpire Bill Cook still standing behind home plate and not moving this along here, but finally breaking it up. And they're going to stay with Thillman out on the mound. As second and short will be playing a double play depth, and third is actually playing back a little bit, and first is playing in front of the runner at first base. And the pitch, and breaking ball way outside to Ben Deach, the catcher. Ben has struck out and grounded back to the mound. And down low for a ball, as Thillman cannot find the plate now. From the windup and the pitch. And just missing as Deach does a little hop jump there to get out of the way. Chaparrals with 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning with nobody down and bases loaded. And this is the 7th batter of the inning. And ball 4 and another RBI on a walk. As the Shaps come up now with 4 runs here in the 5th inning.
Cole Hediger.
As Cole Hediger now batting. And Cole fouls that off. On 1 count with bases loaded. Score now 11-5. And outside for a ball. This is the 8th batter of the inning for the Shaps. Down low in the dirt. Knocked down by Knickerbocker. As you can tell, Thillman is a little upset there out on the mound. And a call strike right at the knees on the inside corner. Count now 2-2 to Cole Hediger. And Cole hits one foul. Almost hit Luke Wirtz down there, as Luke had to duck out of the way. And a base shot out to left, and that'll bring in a run. As they're going to hold up. They're going to go station to station here. As Hediger comes up with an RBI single.
Up next, right fielder number 11, Brent Yeastad.
As Brent Yeastad now batting. Still nobody out here in the 5th inning, as Chaparrals have come up with 5 runs here in the 5th inning, and nobody out. And a fly ball out to center field. And tagging and scoring is Sean Bryant. So a sacrifice fly by Yestad.
Up next, pitcher number 14, Colin DeBoer.
So 1 down. And runners at first and second. And the Shaps have put up 6 runs in this inning. Only down by 4 now. They were down by 10 going into the bottom of the 5th inning here. And call strike to Colin DeBoer, who started this with a base hit in this inning. Pitch comes inside for a ball. Colin 2 for 3 on the evening, scored twice. And the pitch. Down low. Thillman. And a call strike. And the pitch. And ball 4. As bases are loaded now again, that is the third walk in the inning given up by Thillman. And this is the 11th batter of the inning with only one down, bases loaded, and actually the tying run at the plate. Now, we would have never thought this when we came into the bottom of the 5th inning with a 10-run lead by the Cavaliers, pretty much having everything in hand. And the Chaparrals come up with 6 runs so far in this inning and have the tying run at the plate. As the old saying from Yogi Berra, it's not over till it's over. As Thillman gets the sign and the pitch. And fouling it off is Riley Ballman. Riley has been on base 3 times in today's contest. Got on with an error in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and a base hit and scored here in the 5th. And strike 3 call, and Riley can't believe that as he kind of looks at it and heads back to the dugout. And he was not very happy with that. So 2 down now with Jack Tubbs now at the plate. First pitch outside for a ball as Jack flew out to right, walked in the 3rd, got hit by a pitch to load the bases here in the 5th and scored here in the 5th. And a base shot up the middle. That could bring 2. And they're going to hold him up at 3rd. And it was kicked around out there, but Luke playing it smart. He's taking one at a time here. As Hall out there could not find the handle. And he had held Hediger up at 3rd.
Logan Homolka.
But Deitch lands up scoring. And bases are loaded now with Hediger at 3rd and DeBoer at 2nd. And a pitch behind Logan Homolka. Logan walked here in the 5th. He has walked 3 times today. And he has actually 2 RBIs on his walks. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And a swing and a miss, a mighty cut by Logan Homolka. Count now 2-1 with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And hit by a pitch as Logan will get another RBI. This time being hit by a pitch, as he has been on 4 times with 3 RBIs and never made contact. And a pitching change will happen as the head skipper of the Cavaliers, Ryan Bempmeister, is going up, and he'll be making a change here. So bases are loaded. Still with Chaparrals and 2 down. As the Chaps have sent 13 batters to the plate here in the 5th inning, has put up an 8 spot and makes it 11-9. And leaving the contest is Thilman. And out on the mound now for Cavaliers is number 4. That is Xavier Bentmeister. The third baseman is now pitching. And going out to left field is Thilman.
Now pitching for the Cavaliers, number 4, Xavier Bentmeister.
And over at third base will be Erickson's at short. As Bentmeister is taking his warm-ups here. And the Chaparrals are back into this contest now, 11-9, as the the Cavaliers scored 5 in the first, 1 in the second, nothing in the third, 5 in the fourth, and nothing in the fifth. And the Chaps were shut down in the first and second inning, scored a run in the third, was shut down in the fourth, and have sent 13 batters and scored 8 runs here in the bottom of the fifth inning on, on 5 hits.
Now batting for the Chaps,
So,
third baseman number 15, Brady Locken.
And Brady Locken now batting for the Chaparrals, and playing third base is number 17 for the Cavaliers, as we will go to their roster here. And 2 down with the bases loaded for the Chaparrals. And a fly ball out to center field, 1 pitch, and it's all over for the inning as Locken flies out to the center fielder. But the Chaparrals come up with
After 5 complete,
8 runs.
11-9, Cavs.
On 4 hits, no errors, and 3 left. And so after 5 complete innings of play, it's the Eau Claire Cavaliers 11 and the Marshfield Chaparrals 9. And you are watching
Sounds like they're calling the
WBA.
game after 5 on account of the field conditions or the
WBA
impending weather. Unforeseen
baseball,
circumstances.
as we are going to keep it right here, as they're talking about that they may call this ball game since it's at 5 complete innings of play. It is a legal game. And so they are going to call this game as the Cavaliers beat the Chaparrals 11-9. The Chaps coming up with 8 runs in the bottom of the fifth to make this an 11-9 contest after the Cavaliers had a 10-run lead going into the bottom of the fifth inning. So it's a win for the Cavaliers as they improve their record to 16-6 over and all. And the Chaparrals record drops to 4-7 on the season. And we are going to head to Nasonville postgame show, and we will come back with a wrap-up with a postgame. So coming up next, Nasonville Dairy postgame show, where you can get all those delicious cheese curds in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life. That's my life story. I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him, and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
And we're back here at Jack Hackman Field. As you can see out on the field here right now is some members of the St. Mary's baseball team here is Riley Ballman and Jack Tubbs out there talking to Sam Knickerbocker out there, and they will be teammates next year at St. Mary's College. So a great actually finish here, as we thought this was going to be a blowout once we got to the 5th inning here, but the Cavaliers were up 11-1, and all of a sudden the Chaparrals put together 8 runs in that 5th inning, and it finished up 11-9, as they're calling it after 5 innings because of field conditions out here, and they don't want anybody to get hurt out here, and it is getting a little slick out there, so they're going to call it after 5 innings, and the grass is still wet out there, so a big win for the Cavaliers, and a lot of promise for the Chaparrals also, as they were shorthanded tonight. Also, Isaiah Byrold not here today, and a couple other ball players not here. So an 11-9 victory. Both teams were short on pitching also. So we're here with the Nasonville Dairy post-game show where you can get those fresh cheese curds made daily. And you can get those at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, and NasonvilleDairy.com. And a great ball game between two very fine ball clubs. The Cavaliers still in a wild race over in that Chippewa Valley League over there, and with the Eau Claire Bears. And they've got to meet a couple more times. For the Chaparrals, they will be in action on this Sunday when they travel to Whittlesea to take on the Whittlesea Reds. Start of that first pitch is at 1:30, and then they're on the road for a couple ball games, and they have possibly a makeup game on July 21st. So check their website or check their Facebook on the makeup for that one. But their next scheduled ball game will be Friday, July 25th. I will be gone. Most likely, Joe Anderson will be coming in possibly to give you that play-by-play. And John's going to be gone next week, and I'm going to be in action next week with doing a Stratford ball game next week over at Stratford, the Stratford Legion over there. They're starting to come around now, and actually the tournament is right around the corner, and Stratford is going to host a regional at the end of the month here. So check Zaleski Sports on that also, of covering that, and we will be covering the regionals, the AAA regionals, coming up in another week or so also. This last week is conference games in the Valley. So it'll be an interesting race going down to the wire between Wausau and Plover and also Marshfield in the Wisconsin Valley. And I will be doing a Marshfield-Stevens Point game this coming week also. And then next week, Saturday, Marshfield will host a doubleheader against Eau Claire here at Jack Hackman Field, and I will be on the call for that also. And for the Cavaliers, they will be in action tomorrow when they travel to Bloomer for a 7 o'clock ball game, and then they have a 6-game homestand. So check their website for their ball games also. So it's a very nice website. You'll enjoy that website. I got a chance to talk to Ryan, the manager here, and they are working on that also to make it a little bit better also, and I gave them a few ideas. But check their website. It's a great website. And if you get a chance, come on out to a Chaparral game. You enjoy the entertainment here at Jack Hackman Field, and catch the Cavaliers over in Eau Claire, over at Carson Park. So for John, I'm Mike Steinwegner. You all have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week. Good night now.